Mark Kendall is necking
Finally happened.
with a vampire.
Did I enjoy it?
Now
Ow.
he's losing his girl,
Bit my lip.
his customers,
Get out of here!
his image,
Look, I'm not there.
and his mind.
Oh, wow, I love your outfits.
I'm not wearing a costume.
Mark's got to choose
It's like you're not the Mark I thought I knew. You look like Jerry Lewis.
between his first love
I'm the owner of the pants you've been trying to get into for the last 4 years.
and his last date.
How would you like to spend eternity with me?
I can't. I gotta go to college.
Before his future goes up in smoke.
How'd you like your crotch set on fire?
Ooh, rough trade.
Nothing is sacred in a tasty comedy
Can I have one of those uncooked ones?
you can sink your teeth into.
How was it?
Delicious.
Once bitten.
I don't want to be a vampire. I'm the day person.
Hey YouTubers, Hankster here, and welcome to first of many movie reviews I'm going to be doing this month of October. Like, of course, with my special edition of action figures of the Living Dead, you know, my Chaos collectibles and all. I'm going to be focusing movie reviews this month on horror movies, obviously, and of course, not just straightforward horror movies, but also quite a few horror comedies out there. And we're going to start off with this first movie, of course. It's Once Bitten, starring Jim Carrey, Lauren Hutton, Cleavon Little, and Karen Copkins. The movie, of course, started back in 1985, probably like 5 or 6 years before Jim Carrey even made it big as a movie star, or even a TV star. You know, this was even before he started on In Living Color. But of course, obviously, this is a movie that showed a lot of what we would see in Jim Carrey in later years, his off-the-wall antics, his goofy faces and all. It's pretty much seen in this movie. So this is a good example of early Jim Carrey before he really made it big. Of course, the plot goes around a female vampire known as the Countess, played by Lauren Hutton, who, of course, is living the good life in Los Angeles. But, of course, she has one major hang-up. She is forced to drink the blood of a virgin 3 times before the stroke of All Hallows Eve, Halloween. And Jim Carrey, who of course plays a character named Mark, is her unwitting victim. He, of course, is a young guy who basically all has on his mind is getting laid for the first time. But his major hang-up is that his longtime girlfriend, played by Karen Copkins, is a little bit too reluctant to go all the way. She wants it to be special, obviously. And of course, his problems are doubled with his 2 best friends acting kind of like they want to get laid themselves, even though neither of them are kind of clueless into doing it themselves. Of course, the Countess is not the only vampire in this movie. Of course, she has her own little manservant, which I'm not totally sure if he's a vampire or a Renfield. We don't see him in daylight, but you know, we don't see him act like a vampire either. That's Cleavon Little's character. Of course, his character is Sebastian, who is sort of, you know, openly gay, and even says the classic "out of the closet" line in this movie. There's a lot of, and by the way, I got to warn you, there is a lot of gay humor in this movie, not only directed towards him, but there's some other instances too. Even though he's out of the closet, he likes going into the Countess's closet a lot. Of course, she's also assisted by numerous vampire children of hers, including a World War flying ace, a Civil War soldier, a couple of modern-day bodybuilders, and a Revolutionary War sailor. Of course, there's also a couple of attractive female vampires, but I don't think they're actually hers. I think they're more associated with her male children. You know, I'm just guessing. Now, of course, we basically see her conquer Mark twice. And first time, of course, when he decides to try to lose his virginity in a crazy trip to Los Angeles at the local bar scene, where he, of course, meets up with the Countess. And the second time in a changing room, for all places. Of course, then he starts to realize, he starts changing his hairstyle, his clothes, even his personality changes a little bit, and he, of course, then realizes that he is a vampire. But it's up to his girlfriend to figure out how to stop the transformation before the final bite before midnight. You'll have to guess what that is, and of course, it has to do with him being a virgin. All in all, this was a pretty good movie. Nothing really bad about it. No real special effects in it. No transformation scenes of the bats or anything. Basically straightforward. Nothing too gory. There's nothing really gory in the movie. There's no actual blood drinking outside of what you think is blood in the glasses or anything, but no actual seeing of her biting him. It's just, it leads to it and then, cuts away. Now, of course, the major question is, does the Countess conquer Mark? Do Mark heads off into the sunset with his girlfriend? Does his two best friends finally get laid? Well, I'll have to check that out in Once Bitten. It's a pretty good movie. I suggest you go pick it up at your local DVD stores. I'm not certain if it's out on Blu-ray yet, but check it out when you get a chance. It's a very appropriate and not too creepy movie. It's kind of creepy, but it's not like going to give you nightmares or freak you out or anything. But it is a good movie to get a few Halloween laughs for the month. And speaking of which, I'll have more Halloween-themed movie reviews for the rest of October. And stay tuned here for more reviews and whatnot here on the Multiverse. See ya.